thing, because before I was facing that way, and now I'm just,
Ah,
I don't know. I moved it last night because my workplace was I had some light on my face, so I prefer to tilt the whole workstation to this side. It was better. And I
okay.
forgot to do, and I have to, I forgot to put it back on the same place. So, and I said, oh, it's gonna take longer if I do that. So I didn't. Basically, long story short, I didn't. Okay, how are you, man? How are you?
Fine. Just trying to understand some of the papers that I have to draft, and happy because I already passed two subjects.
Oh, great. Still don't. I still have no news about my grades. So uh, I'm between being worried. Don't care definitely about anything. So now I'm just waiting for the grades. Honestly, it's been a long week. I'm extremely tired. Um, but yeah, hopefully next week I would have submitted all the subjects, or all the papers that I have to. Okay, I will have submitted. I will have submitted future perfect. I love that. Hopefully by next week I will have submitted. Yeah, I will have submitted all my papers. I hope so. I honestly hope so, because I really need to focus on my courses, on my work. I've slacked out a little bit with my courses, and yeah, so I don't want to have any complaints from my students. So yeah, I better shape up, as the song says. I better shape up with my courses. So yeah. So what about you? What are your plans for the weekend? More papers?
Yes,
Yeah.
just being home and trying to catch up the time that I lost.
Yeah.
Not I lost, but I didn't went to the gym because I was visiting my mother
Yeah. Right.
and drafting papers. That's all. Nothing interesting.
Okay. So yeah, drafting papers. That is not. That is not
I
something.
learned that from you.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
have learned a lot of things from you, actually.
Okay, that's nice to know. And there's another thing you need to know. You can't lose weight. You can't lose weight. You can lose time. Sorry, wrong
Yeah,
phrase.
exactly.
You waste time. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you waste time. You don't lose time, because lose, most of the time, lose means something that you can't find. Oh, where is the time now? The time is there, just not used it. I haven't used
Okay.
it very well, but the time is in the same place. You know what it is. So use lose most of the time. Most of the cases, lose means you can't find it. Okay, or you can find your way out, or you can locate yourself. You can say I am lost. Okay, or I lost. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So waste. So time you waste or you spend time. Okay. Okay. So we were gonna work on present perfect, and it's a fun subject. If I could find. Sorry, I have to. I still have everything just all over the place, because I just reboot the computer. 'Cause, yeah, I think the computer had been on. I think the computer had been on for over 3 days. I think more, and it just
Had what?
the computer had been on for 3 days in a row,
Oh,
non-stop. So usually when you do that, it gets really slow because it accumulates a lot of uh, useless data in the RAM memory, and it started to slow down, and eventually he requested you to be rebooted, to be
Well,
rebooted.
I don't turn off my computer because it takes a long time to turn on again. So the
Yeah,
thing that I do is put it in hibernate. So it saves battery and I think memory. I don't know. It's
it
like
saves
in a state of off and on.
yeah, it saves a lot of battery when you keep it in hibernation. Um, yeah, I sent it to sleep a couple of times. No, it goes on onto hibernation because I programmed it to go on hibernation after 2 hours of inactivity. So yes, but it's hard on the computer, especially on the RAM memory, because it just piles up with a lot of temporary files and data, which is useless, just being used to keep the computer running with the same memory, with the same pages open and the information that is in the pages. So it gets really strained. So you should turn off your computer at least once a day. But yeah, as you said, it takes very long. This one is quite okay. For the processor, it's quite fine and it has good memory, RAM memory, but it still takes, I don't know, like 5 7 minutes to turn completely to be ready to work. It turns almost like 10 minutes, and sometimes you don't want to spend that time. And the same thing, you're working and you have many tabs on your internet navigator, and you have a lot of things that are there just in your desk, and you got those things because you're using them. So if you turn that off, then you will lose all that mental organization that you have there, or mental disorganization, actually, because it's really messy. Um, but yeah, you don't want to do that, and you end up waiting until the computer says, "Fuck it, turn me off, or I'll delete everything." Yeah, it gives you an ultimatum, and it's what happened. It gives just like it didn't give me any option. Like most of the time, it tells you, "Well, you should reboot the computer now, but you can reprogram the rebooting for 1 day, 2 days, and or hours." And you say, "Well, tomorrow I'll do it tomorrow," and then just after 3 days of being delaying or postponing the reboot, then it's not optional anymore. And it wasn't optional this morning. It was just like, turn me off or I will explode. Something like that. Okay. Man, I'm so tired.
I'm seeing your cat.
Oh,
It's very nice.
she's lazy, like
Fun
me.
chat.
Yeah. Then, hey, wake up. Oh, she's been asleep in the whole morning, man. She's even lazier than me. And yeah, so
He
told
will
you.
be up at night trying to find the kitties,
Yeah, yeah. Then she drives me.
crying
Drives,
like crazy, so creepy.
yeah, yeah. She drives everyone crazy at night. She's been asleep the whole day. No, actually, cats are really really efficient to handle energy. So they are actually she sleeps a lot at night. I mean, I don't know how, but usually when the temperature is very low, she sleeps a lot. So they are really really efficient handling the energy. The energy management is they are really good. They save a lot
Yeah.
of energy by sleeping. So there is not much to do now, and it's really cold. So she sleeps her ass off all the time. So yes, Chapala. I wish I was a cat right now. I just want to sleep, man. And the thing is, I'm too tired to sleep. Sometimes I go to sleep. I go to bed and I can't fall asleep. It took me like 1 or 2 hours to fall asleep. So that's why night, for example, it took me like 1 hour. So yeah, sometimes you're really tired, and I think it is not about a physical exhaustion. It's not as much as physical exhaustion. It's more about mental stress and mental tiredness and exhaustion.
Yes.
So I don't know. I should meditate or do yoga or do something because I need to relax a little bit, and I need to focus the little energy that I have left. I need to focus it into what is really important. So yes. What about you? How are you a deep sleeper? Do you sleep heavy? Do you sleep fast? Sorry, fast. Are you a fast sleeper or a deep
No.
sleeper? No.
when when I have a schedule, I don't know how to express it. I mean, if I go every night to sleep at the same time, I can fall asleep like in half an hour. But if I leave at one night 10, the other 12, the other one, I
Yeah.
will last like 2 hours to sleep, and my forehead start aching.
Oh, really?
Yes, and at the next day, I wake up very sleepy, lazy. I don't want to do anything. I don't feel with energy and strength, and
I
I
know.
only want to sleep.
I only want to sleep. Yeah, so am I. So do I actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, it's not a great sign when you can't sleep.
Do you
When you
talk
can't.
or walk asleep?
Sorry.
Do you talk or walk asleep?
Do I talk while sleeping? No, not that I know. Not that I know. But maybe I don't know. Because my girlfriend is a really fast sleeper. She sleeps very
Huh?
deep, so she can know. She can know. But I don't think. I think I used to be a talker when I was sleeping. I used to be a
I
talker, but
do
now,
sometimes.
yeah, I think it's normal. I think when you're young, it's normal to speak when you're sleeping. I think I used to speak in English when I
That's
didn't know
good.
any English. Yeah, I didn't know any English because I was
It
learning
it
English.
happened to me once. My sister told me that I was talking in English, but it only happened once. But I've had a lot of dreams when I'm speaking in English with people.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really sometimes.
And a few days ago, I had a dream that I was speaking in French. And I don't
No
know
way.
speaking in French. I have just learned a few things, a few little vocabulary like say hello, how are you, the cat,
Yeah,
the cow, and those things.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. And I think it's a good sign when you start speaking in a language that you're learning, even if you're not fluent in it, which happens to me. Yeah, several times when I was in London, the first 2 or 3 months when I was there, I started talking in English, and I didn't know any English. And I remember dreaming in English. I was dreaming in English. I was having conversations in English, but I didn't know what was happening because I don't speak English, so I didn't like I saw and I sort of like understood the main situation of the dreams, but I didn't know exactly what I was saying because I was talking in English and in my dreams, people were talking to me in English. So I was acting and reacting to these people, but I didn't really know what they were saying. I think I intuit or I infer what the situation was about and I act correspondingly, but I don't think I was understanding clearly what they were saying. It's a
I
strange
would
thing,
like to
but
know.
anyway, it happens. Sorry?
I would like to know how the brain does it. I mean, if I don't know speaking one language, how I dream I'm talking in that language.
Oh, I think it's because the brain saves or it keeps all the language patterns. So I think it can infer. The other thing is like you have perfect recall. You just well you have perfect memory, that which means you remember everything. You don't have perfect recall, means that you cannot recover the memories, but the brain can, and the brain is there. The memory is there. The information is there. It's just you can't access to it because it depends on many things. The process of accessing or recovering or retrieving the information. So you perceive, you record the information, and then the third move is to retrieve the information, so recover the information and use it. So that the third and fourth case, the third and fourth phase of memory are really depending on many other stuff. Like for example, if it's very important information, you might remember it because you thought it was relevant at the moment of hearing or perceiving the information. But if it's not, it's really difficult not to remember. But the brain saves all the memory, all the information. So you have, in theory, you have perfect memory or perfect recall, but you can't remember the the information. You can't retrieve it. So it's a but and during dreams, all that information is accessible by the subconscious. So that's the thing. You can have memories about a language that you don't really you're not really fluent in, uh, like English or French. So, but it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Definitely, it's a sign that your brain is trying to adapt or adjust to a new situation. So it's actually, I think, it's a very good sign that you're now dreaming in French. There's a lot of things about the brain and language and how it works. And I think there are so many studies that are being carried out right now. So I think in the future, in the near future, there are going to be much or many more uh, how do you say it? Many more discoveries about how the brain learn or store languages, and I think it's going to have an impact on the language learning and language teaching. So yeah, it's a good time for English teachers anyway. See, there are highlights of yeah. I hope so. I honestly hope so because this is the only thing that I know. This is the thing. This is the only thing I do now. So, so it's better be a good time. Okay. Anyway, do you have any plans after you finish your papers? What will you do when you finish all your papers for the
I don't
semester?
know. The only thing that I'm thinking in it is just wake up and feeling very relaxed because I don't have to do anything. Go
Yeah.
to watch my series on Netflix and
Hi.
only think in eat and sleep and going to the gym. That's
That's
are my plans so far.
oh, that sounds great. I wish I have one of those weeks. Just exercising, sleeping, watching telly, reading maybe. That's it. No more rushing, no more format filling and paper writing.
But I
Because
think I will have only 1 week because in June I will start the intersemestrals. So I will not
yeah,
have vacation.
you won't have long vacations. Yeah, but
No, so
it's good.
that I'm wanting so bad December vacation.
Yeah, that's the best one. That's the long one. Yeah.
Yes.
My girlfriend now is she's doing an specialization at a university, and she'll have it's like 1 year and a half specialization, so it's quite long. and but she won't have any holiday. Like she has classes every other week, so one week she will have classes, one week she won't. But so that's what it means, every other week. Okay, so it's
Okay.
1 week yes, 1 week no. All right, so she has classes every other week, but she won't have any holidays. She will, from now to until she finishes, she will have classes every other week. No, Christmas
Semana
or
por medio, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, every other.
And I can say day other day. Your microphone is off and the screen is dark. If you wish, we can hang up the call and make the call back again. Okay, perfect. Okay, take your time.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm getting really good at this thing. Not really good because I don't know what I did. I did something and
It
I fucked
seems so
up.
creepy when the screen got dark.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what I did. I was gonna write something on the about probably a vocabulary. Can you remember?
About every other week.
Okay, yeah. Other every other whatever you want to say, every other day, every other week, every other month. Okay,
I can say mes por medio, día por medio,
yeah,
something like that, right?
yeah, totally, totally, yeah,
Okay,
correct.
perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so let's do some work. Let's do some work because we haven't done any. um
Okay.
I'm just gonna share the screen, and I will we will start the exercise that we had for today.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so yes. So basically, it's past simple and present perfect again and again, and you have to put the verbs in the correct form, either past simple or present perfect. So, for example, in the first one, what do you think is the first one, present perfect or past simple?
Hmm, past simple.
Very good. Why do you think is
Because it was in the past. I don't really know the difference between those tenses.
Oh yeah, well, how can I explain it without? Yeah, let me find another. Let me find another. Yes, this is probably one of the best books. If you ever have the chance to buy this book, I think you know it. Yeah, it's a very good book on grammar, and it's pretty easy to. It's a self-study book, and it has very good explanations and exercises. It's a very good book, which I don't know how to use. I don't like to use this book because it is intended for self study. So I don't know.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel lazy when I use it for classes, but it's really good. It's really good. I learned a lot of grammar with this book. It's just about grammar basically, but it has a very good it has a very good structure. I think it's this one. Okay, so this is one of the most common examples. Like you've lost your keys. Okay, for example, in this case, there's a present action, and the present effects or the present how do you say the present evidence or the present result is that you don't have your keys. Okay, so you've lost your keys. You have lost your keys. Okay, you don't have them now. So that is why it's called present perfect. It usually talks about events in the past, but they have a relevance or impact in the present moment. For example, if I I don't know, if I go and check on the cat's plate and I see there is no food there, I can say, oh, the cat has eaten all her food. Okay, it didn't happen now. It happened in the past, but I have a real effect or a real um, how do you say a real result in the present, which is the plate is empty, so I have to give her more food or something. Okay, so that is one of the first explanations that you can get about these, and you have a bunch of. Okay, this one is a little bit more like we did the exercise last in the last class. Something that you have done or not done in your in any period of time until now. Always is talking until now. Have you traveled a lot? Yes, I have been to lots of places. Really? Have you ever been to China? Yes, I have been to China twice. Okay, not talking about when did she go to China, when she went to China. She's talking about that she's been to China. That's all that matters, the action. Okay, and if it happens during her lifetime. No, I haven't. Have you? What about India? No, I haven't been to India. Okay, so in her life, from the moment she was born up until now, she hasn't gone to India. She hasn't been to India. Sorry. So that's one of the most common usage. Then you have some more example, like have you ever eaten caviar? Caviar. How do you pronounce that? Caviar, I guess. We've never had a car. I Have you read Hamlet? No, I haven't read any of Shakespeare's plays. Susan really loves that film. She's seen she's seen it 8 times. Okay, I like this one because it gives me good examples. Okay, So Susan loves that film, and she has seen it 8 times. Okay, so she's counting the times in her life that she has seen that film in her life from the moment she was born up until now. She has seen the film 8 times. Okay, so if you can ask the same question. Hey, Susan, did Susan watch that film last year? Okay, yeah, she saw that film that last year 3 times, for example. Okay, so it means because it's a period of time that is closed. It's not now, it's last year, it's over. Okay, so present perfect always has to do with things that weren't from a point when they happened or they may have happened up until now. Siempre van desde el punto, desde algún punto en el que ocurrieron hasta ahora. Siempre es una referencia hasta ahora. Okay, that's why it's called present perfect. Okay, here are some of the most common signal words, which are words or adverbs that usually are that they are usually used in with present perfects. Like for example, recently, recently until now, in the last few days until now, since breakfast until now. Since always means hasta, pero hasta siempre de hasta ahora. Okay, desde hasta ahora. Okay, since breakfast until now. Always, always, always is about now. Okay, recently. It doesn't matter how many times it happened. Okay, but what it means is that it has a reference to the present. Okay, have you heard anything about Brian recently? Have you met a lot of people in the last few days? Okay, have you? Everything is going well. Everything is going well. I haven't had any problems so far. So far is another phrasal verb. Sorry, it's another adverb that goes with present perfect. So far,
Hasta
so
ahora.
far means until now. In that case, until now. Okay, so that's what it means. Up until now, until now. Okay. Um, okay. What about just a personal question for you? Have you have you made have you made any friends since you started studying at the UNAD?
Yes, I have made two.
Two. Okay.
Yes,
Great. Uh, when did you, or no, in which course did you meet them?
I met one of them in academic writing, and the other one I don't remember because I have been with her in several subjects.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. So notice when you gave me extra information about each case, you gave me information in past simple because past simple is about more narrative tense. It's a narrative tense, so you can give me details of the events in past simple. That we do it in Spanish and in English too. So, but when you're just saying how many friends, how many times you have done something in your life, you use present perfect because it's in your whole life and you're still alive, so you can have any more of those experiences. So this section is about more about experiences, which it doesn't say here. Okay. Okay, in the same way, we can use present perfect with today, this evening, and this year. Okay, this part, when you say today, this evening, and this year, is talking about um, unfinished periods of time. So meaning periods of time that are still going on. Okay, if I say today, well, it's not over. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not over. I can say, well, I have drunk 1 cup of coffee today, but most certainly I'm gonna drink a couple more in the next few hours. So I can only say I have drunk. I have drunk because I don't know. I have the day is not finished. Okay, the same. I have something that I have done this year. I have okay. I haven't traveled. I haven't traveled abroad this year. I haven't traveled abroad this year. Okay, not so far, not this year, but this year is not over. So I cannot say in past simple that because the year is not over. I might travel in sometime in the rest of the year, okay, or sometimes in the rest of the year. So this section, this C section, this section, section number C, is about a finished period, unfinished period of time from some point in the past until now, but it's still going on. You can see, still going on, right? Okay. This part, we say it is the first time something has happened to me. This is the first time I've driven a car. Okay, this is one of the main difference we have in Spanish because we don't say it like that, do we? We usually say funny. Couldn't do it. Okay. We usually say in these cases we usually say in
Esta es
present
la
simple.
primera vez que
Esta es la
conduzco.
primera vez que manejo un carro. In English, you use present perfect. So this is one of the in English we use present perfects. Okay. So as one of the first difference between the using of present perfect in English and in Spanish. Okay, so yeah, John is having a drive lens. His first one. This is the first time he has driven a car, not drives. Okay, he makes it station here. Okay, excellent. I love that he changed colors. Okay, um,
Yeah,
he has never driven a car before. Okay, this is another one. He has never driven a car before. Nunca ha manejado un carro antes de ahora. Lo está haciendo ahora, pero antes de ahora no lo ha hecho. Nosotros utilizamos el pasado perfecto. Yo no había manejado un carro antes de ahora. Okay, but in English you say use present perfect, which is easier. So he has never driven a car before now, of course. Sarah has lots, or Sarah has lost her passport again. Okay, sounds like my girlfriend. The second time this, okay, esta es la segunda vez que pasa. En español también utilizamos el presente simple. In English, present perfect. Perfect. Okay, this is the second time this has not happened. Okay, very important. Bill is phoning his girlfriend. Bill is phoning his girlfriend. From the evening. Okay, so yes, la tercera vez que llama. No, en español decimos en presentes, lo decimos en presente simple. In English, present perfect. Okay, good. I haven't noticed it. This is one of the common mistakes of Spanish speakers. We use present simple for that sentence. Okay, let's see in the last. Okay, no, this is another. This is another animal. Okay, and then we got the difference between how long. Okay, this is very good. Okay, this is another way to use this one. They have been married for 20 years, so you use been plus an adjective, but it depends. Okay. So the next one, something that is started in the past. Okay, started in the past. Okay, it started in the past, but it has a relevance. It doesn't let me. Okay, it has a relevance now. Okay, now it's important. Okay, so she has been waiting all morning. Blah 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 blah. It's just not foreign scenes. Okay, this is just many more cases, more specific. Let's try to do this one. Okay, one of the main things, or another big difference between these tenses is present perfect is worried or is concerned with what happened, the result, the action, sorry, the event. Okay, past simple, on the contrary, it is more concerned about when it happened, what time did it happen. Okay, so usually you will find a time reference. Okay, I met her at 5 o'clock. I was born, no, I was yeah, they baptized my cousin in 1980s. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so it's more worried about when it happens, because past simple is always worried about something that is started and finished in the past, and probably it's not that related to the present. It's just recounting. Okay, so that's why past simple is a very narrative tense, and this is an extremely narrative tense. Okay, so usually you will find a time reference of the past in 1999, last month, in May last year, um, uh, in 1977, sorry. So that kind of thing. It's more worried about when something happened. Present perfect, on the contrary, is worried about what happened. What was the event? What was the action? What is the result now? Okay, that's another way to do it. Okay, so we're gonna see the signal words in a second, but we're gonna try to do this beautiful exercise. It's not difficult, but it's a little bit tricky sometimes. Okay, so for example, Lee got, or Lee has gotten married. What do you think? Present perfect or past simple in the first one?
In past simple.
Past simple. Why do you think it's past simple?
I don't know how to explain it. Oh my god.
Mm,
Because, sorry,
which
I
way
don't
would you
know.
say?
What?
Is man. Don't worry, it's a difficult. What's a time reference of the past in November 9? Okay, that would tell you that it's past simple right straight away. You will know that this is past simple because it says the time. And remember,
Yeah.
past simple is super worried about time when something happened. Yeah. So that's one of the ways you can say it's okay. Unlike this, there is no time reference in this, so you assume that the important part is this one. Okay, the action. So you can assume that the important part of this sentence is the action. Okay, the action. Okay, so how would you do the first one? First of all, the first one. Past simple, the first one. Can you say the whole sentence? Lee se casó en noviembre de 1999. Andres, are you there? Gosh. Okay. Let's wait for this guy to return.
Hey,
Hey
sorry,
man,
but
it's okay, man. Don't worry.
thank
Give me a
you.
chance to get some water because I was thirsty. How are you? So
I'm
what did
fine.
your computer just went off?
Yes, just like that. It didn't notice me of anything. It had happened like 3 times, and I don't know how to fix it.
Uh, you can download something called C Cleaner, or yeah, maybe you know C Cleaner. Just C Cleaner,
Yes,
and
I will.
yeah, and just give it a brush. Give it a brush. It will clean, especially the temporary files from the internet. Sometimes create conflicts. It also will eliminate some of the um, how do you say, the register conflicts. So if there is any register conflict, it will correct them. So it will make it less prompt to turn off again, spontaneously. So okay, so let's go back to the exercise. Can you see me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so the first one, how could you do the first sentence?
How can I what?
How can you, what is the correct sentence in the first one?
Lee got married in
They
November 1999.
okay, got married.
Go.
Okay, got married. Okay, so past simple because you have a time reference. Okay, so it's a time reference in the past, which is what the only thing that concerns past simple. Okay, then you have Mark and Daisy. You don't see any time reference here, so we assume that the important part here is the action. Okay, that's the important thing. That's what we assume, but we are not sure. But it makes sense that it's just present perfect. So how could you conjugate this sentence, or how could you conjugate that verb?
Mark and Daisy bought a house at the end of the street.
Past simple or present perfect?
Past, past simple because they already bought it.
Yes, but you don't see any time reference. So we assume that is relevant to the present. Okay, uh, that's one of the tricky parts. Okay, como no encontramos ninguna referencia de tiempo, asumimos que lo importante de esa frase es la acción o el evento y utilizamos presente perfecto para darle eh, como para darle relevancia a a esa acción. Okay, es relevante la acción o de pronto es relevante el resultado, es decir, de pronto están al frente de la casa y están diciendo que compramos esta casa. Entonces ellos no dicen compramos esta casa si no hemos comprado esta casa. Okay, a menos que quieran decir
Okay.
cuándo la compraron, a menos de que quieran decir cuándo la compraron, pues como no se requiere el verbo, perdón, el pasado simple. Eso está, o sea, puedes decir bought y está perfecto, puedes utilizar pasado simple y no hay lío, nadie te va, no va a venir the grammar police to arrest you. But it says the grammar says, yeah, if you don't see any time reference, you will prefer to use present perfect because you will assume, or you could assume, that the important thing here is it's the action and or the event, or probably the result. So and not the time. So that's something that you can guide by. Okay, you don't see
So
any.
that is present perfect, don't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So it is present perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Mark and Daisy have or has.
Has.
Yeah, there are two, Mark and Daisy. They.
They have.
Yes, yeah, it's tricky. Okay, so Mark and
Yes.
Daisy have bought a house at the end of the street. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Okay, storms raged in this case. Um, it's como
It's
azotaron. Yeah, raged. Raged means to attack with fury and rage. Okay, so storms raged or have raged over the southern half of the country in the winter of 2000. What do you think? Present perfect or past simple?
mm, I don't know. Yeah. Present perfect.
Yeah. Is there any time reference there?
What?
Is there any time reference in that sentence?
No.
Sure.
No.
What
Oh, I
about in
wasn't
the
watching
winter?
that part. Sorry.
No, no problem. No. It's just a little bit hidden. Okay, so in the winter of 2000. Okay.
Oh, Past simple.
Yes. Good. Very good. Okay, so how do you pronounce these verb in past? Or is the past simple pronunciation of rage?
Uh, Stone Rage with ed.
Uh,
Rage.
only
Rage. I don't know.
a
Raged.
rage.
Stone raged over the southern half of the country in the winter of 2000.
Okay, raged. Very good. It's the pronunciation is the raged. Okay, raged. Okay, so yes, very good. A storm is raged over. Okay, so you link it, raged over, raged over the last over the south half of the country in the winter of 2000. Okay, good. Okay, number four.
We
Okay,
had a very good summer so far this year.
present perfect, past simple.
Present perfect because the year is still haven't finished.
Yeah, very good. The year haven't finished or hasn't finished. Okay, the year hasn't finished. So
Hasn't.
excellent. That's it. That's the most. Also, you can see this so far. Also, is very much present perfect. So very good. These both are the keywords, the telltales of present perfect. Okay, so how did you go? How do you conjugate this? Okay, hemos tenido
We
un yes.
we had a very good summer. Am I right?
Excellent. Perfect. Yes. Okay, great. Have had. Very good. We have had a very good summer so far this year. Okay, number five. Ivy. Oh, this one is difficult. It's too long.
I think
Ivy.
Ivy. Oh, I don't know how to link that sentence. Ivy gave to the old photograph to the History Society
Very good.
when she moved from the town.
Very good. Excellent. This is this is tricky, but also a little bit easier. Anytime you find when in the sentence, you will can be like 99% sure that it's going to be past simple and past simple. Okay, why? Because when always talk about an episode or a particular action in the past, so it goes with the past. And if you reference in a particular thing in the past, then it is past. So either side or sorry, both sides of the when goes in either sorry, both sides of the when particle go with past simple. This is very good. You did it perfectly. Ivy gave the old photograph to the History Society when she moved from the town. Excellent. Great. I think it's the first time someone got that one in one try. Because it's tricky. That one it was tricky, and
Yes.
I haven't explained when to you, so you guessed it. You infer it very correctly, very spot on.
That's
Okay,
okay.
the president. No, I don't think you guessed it. You infer it. You infer it.
Yes. The
Excellent.
president claimed victory before until the votes were counted.
Counted. Okay, the
Counted.
president claimed. Okay,
Yeah. That's past
Or
simple because weren't
yeah,
before.
exactly. You're talking about something in the past. This whole episode occurred in the past. Okay, very good. This episode was in the past, so this is reference in the past. Okay, this one, number 7. Okay, so this one, number 6 is past simple. Number six, number 6 is past simple. Very good. Okay, number 7.
The chancellor. How do I pronounce that? Chancellor or chancellor?
The second one, chancellor.
Chancellor.
Chancellor, yes. So the chancellor,
The chancellor never lose an election since 1995.
so you say present
Never
perfect or
lose.
past? Sorry?
The chancellor have never lose an election since 1995.
Very good. Have or has?
Has.
Very good. The chancellor has never lost. Has never lost. Okay, the chancellor has never lost an election since 1995. Okay, and you can say, "Oh my God, but it's 1995. That's time reference." But you don't count with since. Since always goes with present perfect. Always. But it's tricky because since the since clause, okay, the since sentence goes in past simple. Okay, I'm just gonna change this one a little bit. I'm just gonna write an example here. Um, I am something that I haven't done. Okay, I haven't asked. I haven't drunk any alcohol. I don't know why all my examples has to do with alcohol. Okay, I haven't drunk any alcohol since I went to Mary's party. Okay, so there you go. So it's funny because the since clause, it means the since sentence goes in past simple, but it also refers to present perfect. Okay, since, if you have since 1999, since yesterday, since last month, but you can express you can express that moment in with a sentence, and that sentence will have to go in past simple. But it always it is combined with a sentence in present perfect, because since always is from one moment in the past until now. Ese since siempre va a ser desde un punto en el pasado hasta ahora. Pero ese punto en el pasado lo puedes referenciar con un tiempo, perdón, con un adverbio de tiempo, como en este caso, o con una referencia de tiempo, como en este caso, o lo puedes referenciar con una oración. Esa oración iría en pasado simple, porque ocurrió en el pasado. ¿Ok? Entonces, ¿qué fue lo que escribí? No he tomado nada de alcohol desde que fui a la fiesta de Mary, ¿ok? Entonces, el evento en el pasado fue que fui a la fiesta de Mary. Y desde ese entonces hasta ahora, y ese sin siempre va a ser desde hasta ahora, ¿ok? Por eso cuando la gente dice, ay, since yesterday until, no, 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 no. Since is always up to now, ¿ok? El since siempre es hasta ahora. O sea, no hay un since until, never. Since is always until now, okay? So you say since and already automatically means now, until now, okay? So if you want to say desde hasta un punto del pasado, you say from to. From Monday to Wednesday, I had to work. Or you can say, and you say in past simple, tuve que trabajar desde el lunes hasta el miércoles, ¿ok? Pero si quieres decir que he trabajado desde el lunes y digo desde porque es hasta ahora, ¿ok? So, usas presente perfecto y utilizas since, ¿ok? I've worked since Monday, ¿ok? I've worked since Monday, ¿ok? No from and since it never goes with to or until. No, 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 because always means until now, ¿ok? So that's a very confusing. Well, it's not confusing. It's just tricky, a little bit tricky. Yes. Okay. Very good. You did it perfectly. My God. There you go. Number 8, Darren.
That one is difficult.
Yeah, that one was.
Darren, Darren wrote his first novel in 10 days, but he took um, but he took 2 years to write the second, and it's still not finished.
Okay. I didn't. Sorry, I didn't hear the second part. But
But he took 2 years to write the second, and it's still not finished.
okay.
But um,
Very good. It's not finished. So he's still working on that. Okay.
that's
Okay.
present perfect.
Present perfect. Very good. This part goes in present perfect. Okay, so again, Darren wrote his third novel in 10 days. Okay, he started, he finished. Past simple, no problem. Okay, so this one is past simple. Okay, but he hasn't finished the other one. So he, okay,
Can you repeat it, please?
okay, so he wrote the first novel in 10 days. So he started and he finished. Past simple. No questions asked. The action is finished. Okay. But in the second one, he hasn't finished at all. Okay. It's not finished. Okay. So we use present perfect because he's still working on it. Okay. So how would you say? In Spanish would be él escribió la primera novela en 10 días. La empezó, la terminó. Okay. Pero ha tomado 2 años en escribir la segunda y aún no ha terminado.
But has taken,
But
oh,
he,
but has take
but
or
he,
took, but he has took. I don't
yeah,
know. I'm
no,
confused.
no, you said corrected. It was corrected. It was correct. Sorry, he has taken. Yeah, very good. He
He has
has
taken
taken,
2 years to write the second, and it is still not finished.
and it is still not finished. That is tricky. This one is particularly tricky. Okay, very good. Okay, but also has to do with unfinished actions. Okay, anytime you say I've worked, I've worked for her. Okay, I've worked for her for 2 years. It means you're still working. You're not finished. Okay,
Mhm.
say I worked for her for 2 years. I worked for her for 2 years. It means you finished. You're not doing it. You did it in the past and it lasted 2 years, but you're not doing it anymore. So these two sentences are very similar, especially in the pronunciation, but they have completely different meanings.
Have
Okay.
is an auxiliary, right?
Which one?
Have.
Yeah, have and has in this case is an auxiliary. Yes. Very good. Okay, so
Okay.
you will make the questions just moving the or placing the auxiliary behind the subjects or before the subjects. Okay, have you worked for her? How long have you worked for her? I've worked for her for 2 years. Okay, so I worked with her for 2 years, for or with, doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so yeah, more or less
Yes.
confusing, right? A little bit. Okay, don't worry. We'll keep working. We'll keep working.
Brent
Yeah,
has never paid for a meal since he left college.
very good. Has never paid. Can you spell pay for me
Paid?
in past?
Yeah. Paid?
Yeah, can you spell it?
Payed?
Yes.
Paid?
Is a regular verb?
Yes.
Nope. It's
No.
irregular. It's irregular. Paid.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is tricky. It looks like it's a regular, but it's not. It's an irregular verb. And it's paid. Okay, so very good. Yeah. Brent has never paid for a meal since he left college. Okay, so I here you can see the example that I give you. Like you have since, and the since clause is in past simple, but
Yes.
the other sentence or the sentence that is referring to since is in present perfect. Okay, so since is a little bit tricky because it goes on this side is past simple, on this side is present perfect. Okay, uh, while this one is simpler. When is simpler is past simple and past simple. Okay, so it's no problem. This one you have to see that it's always after since always goes in past simple. Okay, uh, but the sentence. Okay, the problem is, or the confusing part could be that this is a whole sentence. Okay, it's a whole sentence. It's a, how do you say, it's an adverbial phrase. When you have an adverbial phrase, you can place it before. Okay, so this sentence could read in the following way: since he left college, Brent has never paid for a meal. Okay, so it's a whole. Ese since, esa cláusula del since es un bloque pegadito. Siempre va a empezar, ese bloque siempre va en pasado simple, pero lo puedes colocar al principio, pero todo el bloque. Muy parecido a cómo funciona el if en el condicional. Lo puedes poner al principio o al final, pero el if siempre va conectado con esa condicional. En este caso lo mismo, este since siempre va pegado a esa frase en pasado que expresa un punto en el pasado, ¿ok? Y la puedes poner al principio o al final, ¿ok? So sometimes if it goes at the beginning, then you can separate the other sentence with a comma. That's the only commentary on that, okay? Very good, excellent. Number 10, number 10.
He always had very generous friends. Also, he's a very difficult person.
Very good. He has he has always had very generous friends, although he's a very difficult person. Okay, so another thing that you can notice is these sentences in presence of this this sentence is in present simple.
Yes.
So usually it's talking about something referring to present. So you can guess this part goes in present perfect. Okay, so he has always had very generous friends because he still has very generous friends, although he's a very difficult person. Very good. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky. I'm just not gonna do this tonight. Okay, today. Okay, let's move on to this. These are a little bit okay. Uh, this one. Uh, okay, so in the first one,
She loved Paris. Paris. She's been there many times.
Very good. Excellent. There's no time reference, so we assume we are talking the second one. Bill.
Can you repeat it, please? I lost you.
Sorry, in which one? In the third, in the
The
first one,
second
or
one.
the second one? Okay. Bill worked or has worked for that company for 3 years. It still works.
Bill have worked in that company for 3 years.
Have or has?
Has, sorry.
Very good. No problem, man. No problem. Okay, excellent. Bill has worked for sorry, has worked in this company for 3 years. He still works there. Very good. Number three. Number three.
They went to London on holiday last summer.
Very good. Okay, last summer is a finished period of time. It's a finished period of time, and yeah, you use past simple. That's all I have to say. Okay, number four.
Well, with that word, read, I always I'm confused about it because sometimes I can't put it in past, but sometimes I can't. I don't know how to explain it. I read it, that book. It's good. Am I right?
Read is present. Okay,
Read, read,
present. Read is present,
and read the same thing.
and read is past. Same spelling, different pronunciation.
Okay, read is the past of read.
Very good. Okay, but it's the
Okay,
same
let
spelling.
me know. Okay, that's new to me. Okay, thank you. I read that book. It's good.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Yeah, so read is present, read is past. Yeah.
I could confuse myself because it says rojo.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's probably the same pronunciation. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, I've read that book. It's very good. Yeah, it's good. Sorry. Um, number five.
His parents have been here yesterday.
Yesterday, all my travels seem so far away. Yep. Yesterday.
What?
Is it over? Yesterday. Finished
Um,
or unfinished?
unfinished.
Uh, is unfinished? No, finished. Yesterday.
It,
It's over.
okay.
Yeah, I finished. Yeah, yesterday it's only the day, so it is over. Okay, so it's past simple. How would you say that? His parents?
His parents have been here yesterday.
No, no, no.
Or
Uh, now
went here.
where? Where here?
Were here yesterday.
Very good. Excellent. Yes, that was. This one was tricky. Okay, what about six? Number six.
They went to Germany when he has only 4.
Okay. How do we express the age
When he had only 4 years.
when he has?
4 years old.
Okay.
When he had only 4 years old.
Sure.
No, I'm not sure.
How do you express the age in English? Tell me your age.
when he was only 4 years.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
Or to be. Yeah. They went to Germany, past simple, when he was only 4. Yeah, past simple. Okay, very good. Okay. This one is a question. So, did you watch or have you watched?
Did you watch any film last night?
Excellent. Pretty good. Excellent. Number 8.
I'd had a couple of toast for breakfast this morning.
Couple of toasts for breakfast this morning. Past simple or present perfect?
Um, Past simple.
Yeah, it's okay. It could be either. It could be either. Sorry, it could be either because because you don't know what time is it. It depends on what time is it. If it's the afternoon, then it's past simple because the morning is over. But if it's the morning, then you're still in an unfinished period of time, so you will use present perfect. Okay, so if it's 10 o'clock in the morning, I would say I have had a couple of toasts for breakfast this morning. No, I think it's past simple either way because it says for breakfast. It says for breakfast. So we don't expect it to be to eat again breakfast. Well, they don't know me. Yeah, I have like 4 breakfasts. But yes, in general terms, it sounds more natural to say in past simple only. Yes, but when you say this morning, usually it depends on what time is it, on what time it is. Sorry, because if it's in the afternoon, for example, I send the report this morning. Well, if you send it in the morning, but it's still the morning, then you use present perfect. I have sent the report morning. Okay. But if it's the afternoon, then the morning is over, then you'll use past simple. I sent the report this morning. Okay. So this morning is a little bit tricky because it depends on what time it is at the moment of saying that. Okay, very good. Number 9.
He had lived in Rome since he was a teenager.
Very good. Excellent. You get a hold of it. You get a hold of the grammar, man. Very good. Number 10. The house looks.
The house
The
looks
house.
different. Did you paint it?
Yeah, you could say, did you paint it? Yeah, it's okay. Especially in American English, there is no problem. But remember what I tell you when you have something that is present and evident. Okay, like if I found my my water bottle empty, I can say, oh, someone has drunk my water. Okay, because I have evidence of now. Okay, in this case he says the house looks different. So it's a present evidence, so it sounds a little bit more natural, especially in British English, to say, have you painted it now? Have you painted it? Okay. La casa luce diferente, luego es una evidencia actual, es una evidencia en este momento.
Mhm.
¿La has pintado? ¿Ok? Esa es otra de las grandes diferencias entre el español de nosotros. Para nosotros es más natural decir, ¿la pintaste? O digamos que no tiene ningún tipo de problema si decimos, ¿la pintaste? Los españoles, por ejemplo, utilizan eso muy similar al inglés británico. ¿La has pintado? Okay, pero
Sí.
nosotros decimos la pintaste. Nosotros utilizamos mucho más el pasado simple para este tipo de cosas. Aquí viene otra de los casos en donde el español colombiano lo utiliza muy particularmente el pasado simple, o prefiere el pasado simple sobre el presente perfecto. Realmente uno se escucha re ridículo diciendo la has pintado. Suena súper raro.
Sí.
Okay, so but it is. Have you painted it or did you paint it? I think the Americans they don't have a problem with that. Okay, in America they are much more flexible with these rules. Okay, son mucho más flexibles con estas reglas de si hay evidencia en este momento de algo, en el pasado utilizarías presente perfecto. Realmente no, en español no usamos pasado simple. ¿Ok? Ay, alguien se tomó mi agua. ¿Ok? No, alguien se ha tomado mi agua. No, nadie habla así. Por lo menos no en Colombia. En España de pronto sí, pero en Colombia se escucha muy extraño hablar de esa manera. Y
Sí.
en inglés americano también, digamos que no está mal de ninguna de las dos formas, de cualquiera de las dos formas lo puedes decir. Have you, have you drunk my water or did you drink my water? Both are possible. Okay, so okay, number 11.
I didn't see you in class last Friday.
Very good, excellent. Number 12.
Shakespeare wrote over over 100 sonnets.
Very good. Wrote, past simple. Why? Because Shakespeare is dead. I don't expect him to come back to life to write another sonnet. Right? Maybe, but I wouldn't count that. Okay, so yeah, dead people they don't come back to write things. So usually when you talk about here anymore, uh, uh, um, Tesla created the al- alternate current or something. No, he didn't invent it. He discovered it and he used it. Okay. Anyway, so that's pretty much some of the cases. In the next class, because we ran out of time, but in the next class we're going to see this one, which is something okay, which is more and more specific words. Sorry. More specific, forget, more specific signal words or keywords that you can use to, like, so far it's only for present perfect, up to now, until now, it's the same thing, not yet. Okay, usually with present perfects you can use it in past simple, but it's very American to use yet. I didn't do it yet. It's not good English anyway. Already, again, you can use it in American English a little bit. Okay, so past simple too, especially in American English. Okay, so there you go. Since, well, we've seen since, when marks an event in the past and is only used in past simple. Okay, very good. Okay, so we will review those in the next class and the last class actually. So tomorrow is our last class. Are you coming? Are you signing in?
Yes, of course.
Okay, 2 o'clock then.
Yes, is the last, did you say?
Yeah, it's the last one, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sad. It's the last one. Okay, but we can do this just for fun, just for fun.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll try to fit a lot of things. Like we're gonna keep working on. We're gonna finish the worksheet that we did today, and we're going to work on. Oh, we're gonna to do the evaluation, which is not very long, just to practice something different. Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. That would be the end of the classes. But yeah, as I'm saying, I'm sure I'll be seeing I'll be seeing you around, man. You're a very good student, and you'll be a very good graduate when you
Thank you.
finish this. So I hope we can continue. Uh, we can continue in contact. Okay. So anyway, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll get nostalgic tomorrow, man.
Okay.
Okay. See you, mate. Thank you very much.
What?
Okay. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a good
We'll get
afternoon.
we'll get nostalgic tomorrow. Like, oh, I want to see you again and things like that. Yeah. Not
Okay.
today. Not today. Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll get
Uh,
sentimental about it.
okay.
Okay.
Bye.
See you,
Thank
mate.
you. Today was a great encounter. Bye.
It was. Thank you, mate. Bye. Take care, man.
Bye.